What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you again for tuning in. Welcome back to Ghost One More Mod. Today I'm finally doing the upgrade that everyone does, the V-Hook for the Proton pack, and I'm also going to do the other end for the Neutrino wand. In my hand, I think I have on the market the most expensive V-Hook out there. I don't know. I could be wrong, could be crazy, but I'm super excited to show you and put it on. Here we go. So before I show you which one I got, I have to say that the V-Hook on the HasLab, and other Proton packs as well, but with the HasLab, the tracking system is so deceiving. I'm gonna take you up close in a second and show you exactly what I mean, but at first you think, people talk about it falling off really easy. It does come off really easy. I'm gonna show you why. The track that it slides down onto, it's deceiving in the way that you think that you would go all the way down to get it locked and come all the way up to get it unlocked. That is not the case. Let me show you up close exactly what I mean. You would think that with the stock V-Hook, you have to go all the way up the track. In theory, you think that it's safe to go like this all the way up, and that's what it would engage, is at this top part right here. But that's not the case at all. The design is absolutely horrible. So I'll put this back on. As you can see, it's not even the best way to go on. But look how many millimeters you just have to go up before it pops off the track. So this is completely down. You think you would have to slide up about the 3 inches in order to come off, but look how many millimeters you just have to come up. Watch this. You're like, it's like 3 millimeters. I'll do that again. And I'm trying to be careful not to drop it, but just coming up a couple millimeters completely. Here, I'll go as slow as I can. Right there. So twist, no, coming up, twist, off. So that's why if you ever jog or go up and down stairs fast, this will, look at that. You don't even have to go completely down the entire track. One more time. Off. That is horrible. So functionality is a big thing. I wanted to get something that would like seat much better. It would go down all the way and you would have to come up much further for it to completely disengage or completely slide off. So functionality was really important. But then I was like, but so are aesthetics to me, right? And accuracy. So the V-Hook that I went with is from no other than REDMAN Studios. And if you're familiar with REDMAN Studios, they are very popular for their motherboard upgrades. However, that's not what we're doing today. We are doing the V-Hook, and I am super excited to show you this. Now, I have done a little bit of my touch of weathering just to show you, but nonetheless, here it is. This is their second version, or their second option. This is the Prop Replica V-Hook. And by Prop Replica, it's because it's asymmetrical cut. And it has like, it might be tough to see, but like they have the center grooved cut out here. So this is sanded and weathered to match the screen used V-Hook from the Prop Replica. This is, this is solid. The fact that they were able to get it, a lot of ones you'll just see like a straight cut. This is not a straight cut. So it's the asymmetrical cut. It's got the center groove. It is, now the shading of it is a little bit of me, but the lines where it's like kind of like a sanded look, that is all REDMAN. It comes with screws, nuts. They did put a little disclaimer in here saying that add threadlocker to the threaded hole in V-Hook. So I did have to pick this up. I would say that for the price I paid, it would have been nice if they gave like a little sample of that included, if I'm nitpicking. So yeah, I see this being one of the most premium V-Hooks out there. I would say the only con is the price. It is $95. So, and I guess the other con too is they are constantly sold out. So it's very hard to get. It is not cheap, but holy smokes, does that look like the real thing. I mean, how crazy is that? I mean, this looks like something that Spangler would have made at his like workbench, you know, with like the tools that he had on hand. Like this isn't like a, you know, a straight cut. It's very crude. I love that look. So obviously we do have to open up the Proton pack to put this side on and to get the nuts. And then I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm going to replace this on the Neutrino wand. I know some people skip that step because they can, a lot of times they say it does work with other V-hooks. I wanna have a matching set. So I want the full track up and down. So you can see here that this is completely engaged, and it's not until like a couple millimeters at the top does it now come off, which is exactly what I want. So I don't have to worry about, you know, fast walking or going up and down stairs and then this disengaging and then my Neutrino wand crashing to the floor. So I'm gonna open up the Neutrino wand as well. I've done that in a previous video, so I will insert some footage. If you wanna go into more detail, check out my previous video where I did the unboxing of the 84 wand. So anyway, let's kick it off. Let's put this son of a gun V-hook on. So first thing we need to do is we need to remove this sled. In order to remove the sled, you have to remove the V-hook. But if you just take these screws out, that doesn't really serve you any purpose. And actually removing these two screws first, if you do a V-hook replacement, is actually the wrong way. It seems like it should just come off. Some people get lucky. A lot of people fight it and waste a lot of time trying to go that route. So in order to remove the sled, you'll see that there are faint little circles, 2 above here and then 2 below right here. I don't know if they're coming out on camera or not, but some people drill them out. Don't drill them out. So a much easier way, quicker way, and reversible way is getting yourself a very small flathead, a little bit of pliers, and a lighter. Get your lighter, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. Immediately take it, push it into one of those soft spots, all the way down till it can't go anymore. Let it sit there for about 9 seconds. 1, 2, 7, 8. So it cools, and then pull out. And there you go. So now we just got rid of a cap. Oh, key thing, I forgot. Don't wait too long to take this off, because then it does stick to your screwdriver pretty good. But now you can take this cap and you can plug it back in. 10 seconds to heat up, 9 or 10 seconds to cool down, pull it out, take that little cap, put it safely aside, 20 seconds to get access to that one screw. So now I'm just gonna repeat the process 3 more times. Cool, so once you get one of them out, you do the exact same thing for the other 3, and that gets you access to these 4 screws. What you wanna do is switch over to a fairly small Phillips screwdriver to take out these 4 screws, so you're gonna do that now. And just like that, total of 5 minutes, the sled is off. All right, and that just pops up like this. You can see, especially on mine, there is a decent amount of this dry glue that is holding this down. So when they have this on their Neutrino wand and they're unscrewing it, sometimes they will just spin and spin and spin and go nowhere and end up rounding out the screw. So now that I have this off, I'm gonna get a heat gun and I'm gonna heat this up so I can just take this off, and then we're probably gonna snip it so it's flush. That way we can put on a nut. So gonna go in the garage and get the heat gun now. So what I'm doing here is just laying some cardboard down to protect some of the plastic because we are using a heat gun. This is just a entry-level Wagner heat gun. It's about the price of a hairdryer, but puts out a lot of heat. If you need one, I'll leave a link in the description below, but just be careful and go back and forth and don't get too close to the plastic. And now with the majority of that glue kind of clipped away, we should be able to easily, or much easier, be able to thread out the screws. So back inside. So just take your time. There's one. So much easier than trying to fight that and possibly rounding out a screw, which will just make your day longer. Almost. And 2. And hook is off. So I think what I'm going to do now is just get some flush cutters and just clean up this a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. That way when we use a nut, it has a nice flat surface to adhere to. So just trying to get as much glue off as I can, while also making that post as flat as I can. And as you can see, one of them did just barely ever so slightly start to warp because of the heat. So it doesn't take much. Don't overdo it. Luckily, they're still intact, still strong. And I think I got them nice and flat now. So I'll have a nice flat surface for the new nut. So we'll take our new hardware and our new hook. So, a little gotcha. So the new hardware is just ever so thicker than the stock HasLab screw. So what it appears I need to do is just get a slightly wider drill bit and drill a little bit of a wider hole so this new screw can go through. I'll be using a 9/64 bit. So when I was widening it out, one of the little poles came off, but that really won't matter because it's going to be hooked onto the new nuts that are provided. So we should be good to go now to put this on. And now it is going in like butter. Finally. Beautiful. Put these nuts on. And the nuts that are included with the REDMAN kit are a 5/16, so I'm just going to hold that in place so I can get a couple more turns on the screw. Nice. And there we go. We are done with the Neutrino part. So try and button this up. There we go. We are done officially with the Neutrino wand, moving over to the pack. All right, it is officially time to get to the pack. Obviously you want to have your Alice frame off if you have an Alice frame. So you would take that off, and then to make it easier, since we're going to be working on it on the back side, just take all the peripherals off so it can get as flat as possible. So I'm going to take this out and take the cyclotron lid off, the ion cap arm off, and of course the cake. Take the batteries out. And if you are wondering what's on my wrist, this is a magnetic wristband. So for when we get to the screws, I can just plop it like that and you won't lose any. Just a heads up, these two right here are screws for hoses in the front. So as you unscrew this, if you hear kind of something plop, or when you lift it up and you see something disconnected, that's what these two screws are for. This one appeared to be a short one. I'm gonna mark that. This was a short one as well. Tell you what, having a magnetic screwdriver really made it a lot easier, but these two that were for the hoses do not want to seem to come out. So I'm just going to flip this over. And here are the two things I was talking to you about. These two. So flip this over and shake out these screws here. Just had to push them out from the front. And now just carefully kind of go around and start pulling up, and if anything feels forced, just double check that you did get all 16 screws, and then also remember there's going to be a battery lead coming from the compartment going to the board that it will disconnect. And here's that battery lead I was talking to you about going to the motherboard, so just carefully pull that out. Alright, so I just used some needle nose pliers to kind of loosen those nuts there because that is a tight fit. So I'm just going to hold a socket, and this happens to be a 7/32 is the size of the nut. So I'm just going to keep that over the bolt while I unscrew this now that I'm fairly loose. And I can get that nut off now. There we go. And same thing for the second one. There we go. It is time for this beast. So I'm going to remove the nuts here. And obviously these holes are going to have to be widened out, but that's okay. So let's see what modification we have to do. Okay. Looks like we just have to make that decently wider. Actually, I think I want to do away with this because this has that built in. So put that there. Oh, that's gonna fit in there nice. Oh, it is cut out perfect for that. Okay, so I'm going to get some snips and snip these poles off. Here are my flush cutters. See how good these things are. First try, one snip. I've mentioned this before. If you don't have an incredible pair of snips, this is the brand here. I think I already have them and link description below, but if not, I will add these. This just like people will have to sometimes Dremel. That was, I mean, these things are super flush and I don't have to do a damn thing now. Like no sanding, no Dremel. That was one snip, one snip. So yeah, this just pops off with pressure. I used these snips, cut those two poles off, and now I just need to figure out the appropriate size for this. So I'm gonna go find a drill bit and we're gonna widen these out. All right, stepping up to a 1/4 inch. I think we are there. Ha ha ha. I mean, look at that. That is like a perfect fill. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. That sits nice and flush. Yeah, taking that black piece off, some people do, some people don't. That's a big, take it out. Okay, and as per the instructions, I am going to do some Loctite. So per the instructions, I'm going to use this Loctite to make sure that it holds and nothing vibrates loose. Make sure you get the blue. If you're ever confused about the blue or the red, just remember there's a little helpful memory. Blue, easy to make new. Red, full strength ahead. So blue, we'll keep it there. You could remove it if you need to with tools. Red, you are going to have a hard time getting it undone. So blue is more than enough for walking around, vibration, stuff like that. Maybe if you're doing something with automobiles or machinery, would you want actually to go with Loctite red, but this is Loctite blue. That seems like that is plenty. Nuts are in. That just, oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Let's do the Neutronowan test. All right, here we go. The new male and female V-Hook by REDMAN. Let's do its first mounting here. Feels nice and strong. I'll turn this a little bit more so we can see actual part where how much I have to come up here. Oof, I mean, it's actually tight. All right. So here, twist, nothing. Like here, it was already popping up. Like, remember it only took a couple millimeters? Still. Now, so about a 1/4 inch from the top versus the stock one was about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom. That's the difference. So nothing, twist, 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 twist. Right there. Yeah. About somewhere between a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch from the top, as you could technically twist it off the track. But
It's almost like it wedges more as you go further down because it takes a little bit to get it off. But yeah, functionality so much better. Aesthetics. I mean, can we say much more? I will say, functionality-wise, it definitely checked that box, but aesthetics-wise, this is it's not a cheap prop. It's not a cheap V-Hook. $95, I think, is one of the more expensive ones that I have come across, but I also have not seen this type of cut, this type of groove, the distressing, the weathering. It is that looks like the real thing. I'm extremely happy with the way it looks, and also the fact that it actually takes more to slide down into the hook, and it does hold better. So it is a tough recommendation because, like I said, it is $95, and they are typically sold out, and you do have to wait a while for them to come. But other than that, that's a good looking V-Hook. It just looks so cool. I know it is a tough sell and it's a tough recommendation because $95 for a couple slabs of metal is a lot, but I understand that these are handmade and sometimes made to order. So, but I just love the cut. I was gonna hang my Neutrino wand on it because usually the whole point of doing a V-Hook is to get the security of your Neutrino wand on there better, but I was like, but you don't get to see it. So yeah, now when I'm out, I'm wondering if I'm going to just want to hold the wand more, just to show off the cut of metal. But hey, oh man, that's on there. Man, see? Now I have the opposite issue. Now the wand won't want to come off. Anyway, I am happy with it. Check out REDMAN Studios. They have so many awesome different products. Like I said, they're really known for their motherboard upgrade, which maybe I will be considering. I don't know. But now that we've cracked open the Proton pack, it's time to stay inside the Proton pack. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions about the V-Hook or the install, let me know. Leave a comment. And if you haven't done already, please subscribe. Catch you guys next time. Out.